What if you woke up on the 1st of March, checked your bank account, and your Social Security payment was simply not there? No deposit, no notice, just silence. For millions of seniors across the country, that is exactly what is going to happen in March 2026. And most people have absolutely no idea it's coming. Now, before you panic, I want to be very clear. This is not a cut. This is not the government taking your money. But if you don't understand why this is happening and how to prepare for it, it could seriously disrupt your budget, your bills, and your peace of mind. So stay with me, because today I'm going to break down exactly why there is no Social Security payment in March 2026 for a large group of beneficiaries who is affected, who still gets paid, and most importantly, what you should do right now to make sure you are not caught off guard. Let's start with the big question everybody is asking. Why is there no Social Security check in March 2026? And the answer comes down to something called the Social Security Payment Schedule, a calendar that the Social Security Administration, or SSA, uses to determine exactly when your benefit gets deposited into your account each month. Here is something that surprises a lot of people. Social Security does not pay every single beneficiary on the same day of the month. The SSA actually splits payments across several different dates, and the date you receive your payment depends on two things: when you first became eligible for benefits and your birthday. Now, here is where March 2026 becomes a problem for a specific group of recipients. Because of the way the calendar falls in 2026 and the way the SSA structures its Wednesday payment schedule, certain beneficiaries will not receive a payment that is actually dated in March. Instead, what happens is their February payment arrives at the very end of February, and their next payment jumps all the way to early April. March for them simply gets skipped on the deposit calendar. This happens because of what is known as a calendar anomaly. The SSA schedules payments in advance based on a fixed system, and occasionally, the math of the calendar means that 1 month appears to be missing a payment. It's not missing, it's just shifted. But if you are on a fixed income and you are counting on that money arriving at a specific time, even a shift of a few weeks can feel like a crisis. And here is the painful truth. Many seniors, especially those who are managing tight budgets, paying rent, covering medications, or supporting a spouse, simply are not aware that this is coming. They haven't planned for it. They see that deposit hit in late February, spend it as they normally would, and then spend the entire month of March wondering what went wrong. Let me walk you through how the Social Security payment schedule works, because once you understand the system, everything makes a lot more sense. The SSA divides beneficiaries into groups based on their date of birth. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you receive your Social Security payment on the second Wednesday of each month. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, your payment arrives on the third Wednesday of each month. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, you receive your payment on the fourth Wednesday of the month. There is also a separate group, and this is important, for people who began receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, as well as people who receive both Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, also known as SSI. Those beneficiaries are generally paid on the third of each month, regardless of their birthday. Now, when you map this schedule out across the calendar in 2026, what you find is that for certain groups, particularly those paid on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday, the payment that would logically fall in March is instead deposited at the very end of February because of where those Wednesdays land. The SSA then picks back up in April. The result? A month where your bank account does not see a new deposit, even though nothing has actually been taken from you. Think of it like this. Imagine you get paid every 2 weeks at your job. Sometimes, because of how the calendar falls, you might get 2 paychecks in January and 0 in February, even though your annual pay hasn't changed. It's the same total money, just clustered differently. Social Security can work the same way across a calendar year. The key difference, of course, is that most working people have savings or other income to bridge those gaps. Many Social Security recipients do not. And that is why understanding this and planning for it matters so much. Now let's talk about SSI recipients for a moment, because their situation adds another layer. SSI payments are typically made on the first of each month, but when the first falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the SSA moves that payment to the last business day of the prior month. This means SSI recipients can sometimes receive 2 deposits in 1 month and none in the next. In March 2026, depending on how the SSI calendar lines up, some SSI beneficiaries may find themselves in exactly that situation, receiving their March SSI payment at the very end of February. So, to summarize who is most likely to feel the impact of a missing March deposit: beneficiaries on the Wednesday payment schedule whose payment dates cluster at the end of February and beginning of April, as well as SSI recipients whose March payment is moved into the final days of February. All right, now that you understand what is happening and why, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. Because knowledge without action is just anxiety. Here are 5 practical steps you can take right now to make sure this calendar shift does not derail your finances. Step 1. Check your personal payment schedule. The very first thing you should do is log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. This is a free, secure online account that every beneficiary should have set up. Once you are logged in, you can see your exact payment dates for the coming months. Don't guess. Don't rely on what a neighbor told you. Go straight to the source and confirm your specific dates. Step 2. Look at your February deposit date carefully. Once you know your schedule, pay special attention to when your February 2026 payment arrives. If it is landing in the last week of February, that is your signal that March will feel like a quiet month. Treat that late February deposit as money that needs to stretch further than usual, all the way through the end of March. Step 3. Build a 1-month cushion if you can. I know this is easier said than done, and I am not going to pretend that every senior on a fixed income has extra money sitting around. But even setting aside a small amount each month, $20, $50, into a separate savings account can make a meaningful difference when a payment gap hits. If you can build up even a partial month's worth of expenses as a buffer, you will feel far more secure during months like this one. Communicate with your billers in advance. If you know March is going to be a lean month, reach out proactively to the companies you pay: your landlord, your utility company, your insurance provider. Many of them have hardship programs, grace periods, or flexible payment arrangements that they do not advertise widely. A simple phone call explaining that your Social Security deposit is shifted this month can open doors you didn't know existed. People are far more understanding when you reach out before you miss a payment than after. Step 5. Avoid making big financial decisions in February based on having extra money. This one is critically important. If your payment arrives earlier than expected in February, it can feel like a windfall, like you've got more money than usual. Resist that temptation. That money has to last you longer than a normal month. Do not use it to splurge on something you've been putting off. Do not give more to family members who might ask. Keep it in your account and treat it as your March budget, because it is. And one bonus tip: if you have a financial caregiver, a family member who helps you manage your finances, or a trusted advisor, share this information with them today. Print it out. Send them this video. Make sure everyone in your circle who depends on your Social Security income understands what is coming and is on the same page. If this video has been helpful to you, I want to ask you to do 2 things right now. First, hit that subscribe button, because we cover topics like this every single week, topics that directly impact your financial life and your retirement security. And second, drop a comment below and let me know: did you already know about this March payment gap, or is this the first time you're hearing about it? I read every single comment, and your questions help me know what to cover next. Let me bring it all home for you. The reason many seniors will not see a Social Security deposit in March 2026 is not because the government has cut your benefits, and it is not because something has gone wrong. It is a calendar anomaly, a quirk of the way the SSA's Wednesday payment schedule lines up in 2026 that causes certain payments to cluster in February and April, leaving March looking empty. Your money is still coming. It is just arriving on a different schedule than you might expect. The people who struggle with this are the ones who don't see it coming. The people who navigate it just fine are the ones who check their payment dates, plan ahead, build even a small buffer, and communicate with their billers before any issues arise. And now that you've watched this video, you are in that second group. Please share this video with someone you care about: a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, a friend who is on Social Security. This is exactly the kind of information that can save someone from a really stressful month. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. We are here every week helping you protect your retirement, understand your benefits, and make smart decisions with your money. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.